Hello, I'm Anthony Scott, the host of The Heavyweight. I'm so excited to be here today, going live with you all. Today, we're tackling a topic that I think is so important for busy professionals to think about when it comes to showing up with presence. Today, we're talking about why your smile matters, why it's important to your health and to how you present yourself when you're working and coming out to the world. So I'm really excited to be here today. I want to tell you a little bit about myself, Anthony Scott, the host and founder of The Heavyweight. I went through my own physical, mental health crises about 3 years ago. I was 420 pounds, stressed out, really in a bad place. And it took me going to my business school reunion, seeing my close friends. One of them pulled me aside and said, listen, we had lost a couple of friends to health crises, mental health. My best friend passed away at his desk from cardiovascular disease. And this friend knew this and told me that they were worried that I wasn't going to be at the next reunion. That changed everything for me. I left my job, focused on my mental and physical health, lost 120 pounds, and rededicated my life to helping busy professionals and people really achieve mental, physical, and nutritional health. But today, we're here to talk about why your smile matters and your presence. So I'm so excited to be here today with you today because I'm here with not only someone who is just such a powerhouse, Dr. Catrice Austin. She's a celebrity cosmetic dentist and branding coach. She's also founder of VIP Smiles, and I have to tell you, like, she has all these titles. She does celebrity, helps you brand and really focus on your oral health and monetize like a boss. It's time to stop playing small and level up. Recognize her success as the queen of smile and founder of VIP Smile. But you know what? She has all these titles, but the one that's most important to me, she's my friend. I like to welcome Dr. Catrice Austin. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh no, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on.
Oh, there you are. All right.
Yep, yeah.
Excellent. Sorry. Go ahead, Catrice.
I said that I'm going to have to hire you to intro me for everything I do.
You got it. You have got it. So it's so funny. Like, I was thinking about so first of all, Catrice and I went to college together. I ran into her in New York right when she was starting her practice. And I said to I was talking to her, I had problems finding a dentist. And she gave me her business card. She had just had them made at Staples and it said the dentist to the stars, right? And I was like, you're a dentist to the stars? I was like, what stars are you? She's like, well, I don't have any patients. I'm just starting my practice, but that's going to happen. And I was like, well, can I come Tuesday? Can I come Thursday? She goes, no, you can come any day you want. You'll be my first patient. And that's what
That's
happened.
right. You will forever hold that title. And I'm so happy that you were my first. And you were a great first patient and have been an amazing patient for almost 29, 30 years. That is
Ooh,
crazy.
I
Did I
know it
just tell
is
our
crazy.
age?
You did.
Okay.
You did. But, Catrice, you have been not only my dentist, but you've been there in some of my seminal moments, right? We went to college together. You were at my wedding. You have been this smile I have entrusted to you. And that is,
Yes.
and I want to thank you for being a part of my life and my family's life all these years. And I'm so excited today to do this with you to really talk about something that's so important. And that is really showing up with confidence, being able, like, why oral health and your smile is so important. We think about all the degrees and about strategy and all these things, but how you show up matters. And it's so important. I want to talk to you about that today.
I This is one of my favorite topics, and your smile is such a part of your personal brand, and it is intertwined with your personal life, your first impressions when you're dating, when you're going for a job, a promotion. We're doing our meetings on Zoom now, so how you show up on the camera, your smile is so important. And just your confidence. And my personal story is all about how I was not confident with my smile growing up, and how a simple uh, visit to the dentist or orthodontist completely changed my life and gave me the confidence. By wearing braces for a year, I had the confidence to go out and get a career, start dating, got my first boyfriend in high school. Shout out to Scotty Newman in Flint, Michigan. Hey, Will. Uh,
Go Flint.
and all the things.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. Catrice, I wanted to ask you, what are your go-to tips for oral care when you're always on the go, but still want to show up with confidence? What are those tips?
Well, so I have a 4-step smile workout program that everybody should be doing. Just like you work out in the morning or whenever you do it, you should be working out your smile. So you need the right tools. If you're traveling and on the go, get the travel size versions of these things. But the workout is brush, floss, rinse, clean your tongue, and be consistent on a daily basis. So I could go through those things. When you are brushing, you want to use an electric toothbrush or a soft manual toothbrush for 2 minutes every single day, preferably in the morning and definitely at night before you go to bed, so all the sugars and the bacteria doesn't marinate on your teeth. The name of the game is to get that soft, gooky stuff that forms on your teeth daily off. And so you want to brush for 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, and 30 seconds, making sure you get the front, the biting surface, and the tongue side, and you'll do a complete brushing session. But when you're brushing, you're not getting those hidden areas below the gums. So that's where the floss comes into play. And so when I travel, I have like a little carry-on side compartment of flossers. You can go in your back pocket and your purse. And the name of the game is to go up and down, not zigzag, but you're cleaning the sides of the teeth and that space between your teeth and your gums where food gets trapped and bacteria gets trapped and sugars and all the things. So flossing is where most people blow it. So carry these on the go. I see them on the ground when I'm walking in New York, and or I'm like, yes, somebody's flossing. And then a mouth rinse is really important because when you're brushing and flossing, you're only getting about 60% of the mouth. You have your cheeks, under the lips, you got your tonsils, you got the other areas where you have soft tissue. So rinsing with an antibacterial mouthwash like Listerine, antiseptic cool mint will clean the rest of the mouth. And then there's the tongue, which is another hidden area. I
Hmm.
carry a tongue scraper with me. This is all VIP Smiles, my product line. And this is so important because there's so much bacteria that builds up on the tongue. And brushing is cool, but the tongue cleaner lifts it off the tongue really well. And when you do this and stick your tongue out really far uh, and scrape, you're going to see a brown or a white film of bacteria coming off your tongue. It's disgusting. But if you want confident, fresh breath for your meetings, for your dates, whatever interactions, this baby is the secret weapon. So that's what I want everybody to do every single day, whether you're on the road or at home. That is the regimen. And if you have trouble with consistency, there are a couple apps that are out there that you can track your oral health and make sure that you are doing it on a consistent basis. And I have all of this in a challenge that I'll tell you guys about later that you can join.
Excellent. Excited to talk to you about that. I wanted to back up a little bit and just really ask you about, one of the things that you and we were discussing when we were talking about this live event is just how your smile and oral health is like the gateway to your health, right? Like it really, like if there are physical challenges or something going on in your body, a lot of times it shows up first in your smile and in your mouth. And so, could you talk a little bit about that, about why that's important? And I think everyone's like, well, I know how to brush, I know, but to really understand the importance of oral health and how it really affects how you show up and who you are and your health. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So when you think about that soft cookie plaque that's forming constantly in your mouth, it is nothing but bacteria. Some people think it's just food particles, but it's bacteria. So while it is in your mouth and hiding underneath the gums and everywhere that it hides, it has the ability to travel through the bloodstream. And when it's traveling through your bloodstream, it travels to all the vital organs, to your brain. So there's connection with dementia, to your heart. There's a connection with heart disease and heart health.
Mm,
Diabetics, you're twice as you're twice as likely to have advanced gum disease and get bone loss and tooth loss, and strokes, so many things. In the mouth, we can detect over 100 medical conditions in your mouth. I've
mm.
detected herpes, HIV,
Wow. Well, yeah,
yeast infections, so
yeah.
much. So those dental appointments that we encourage you to have twice a year are so important, because if we catch these things early, we can get you to your physician, or we can take care of it on the dental side to make sure that we stop any advanced medical or dental conditions from happening.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's really, really important, and people need to understand that and how that really can be a wake-up call to
Oh,
our challenges that we're going through.
yes.
Can you no, I mean, I think this is so fascinating. So, what does a smile do, right? Like, what does it do, like, when you come into the room and and you just go in with confidence and a smile? I know there's some data out there about how it changes like your mood, your
The
blood pressure, things
mood,
like that.
yes.
Yeah, like how does that? Yeah,
I think it's equivalent to eating, I think it's 200 chocolate bars, that same feeling that you would
oh
get if you're a
yeah,
chocolate
yeah,
lover.
yes,
It gives you
yes,
that same rush. I know when I made it a habit to just smile at people in the morning and say hello.
yeah,
Man, when you do that, you just completely make someone's day, change their mood, give someone the confidence that maybe, hey, maybe I look sexy today, or maybe I look friendly today. I say it's
yeah.
your mood ring, your business card, your come hither card, all of that stuff rolled into one. And there's a saying that when you smile, the world smiles back at you, and that's what we want.
Wow,
It's a good feeling. It's a
yeah.
mood. It's a vibe.
No, I totally get that, and it's so difficult. There's a lot, we live in a very challenging world, and we live in a place where people are under a lot of stress. I mean, I
A
know
lot of
this
stress.
from my mental and physical health crises that I experience, right? And so to be able to smile through that, it's hard to tell people to do that, but when it can trigger all these positive things, wow, it's worth a try, right? It's definitely
I'll tell
will have an
you,
impact.
when I'm in a bad mood, I'm really going through it. I go straight to the comedy. You know, I love comedy. I'll go straight to the
Yeah,
comedy club, or I'll
yeah,
watch something on YouTube or Netflix that'll make me smile and laugh. And you try that, and you'll see how it'll completely change your day.
yeah. No, I
Even
think
when you're
that I
mad,
think
smile when you're mad. You just can't help but to feel good.
I gotta try that when I'm arguing with my husband. Like I gotta
Exactly.
smile.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
mad at you, but
exactly. Exactly. I mean, Catrice, I want to change it up a little bit and really talk about something that's near and dear to me. Like as someone who has been a busy executive traveling the world. I managed Asia and managed global teams, and I really was always on the go. And one of the things that I learned a lot about really trying to focus on wellness and focus on my well-being while like in different time zones and doing all these different things. So, with that in mind, what are I know you are always on the go. Like it really, it is always you're somewhere, you're speaking, you're helping people brand and really realize their truth and their dreams. And so, what are some of the things that you do to focus on your wellness and to ensure that you are just really showing up at the best possible way that you can?
Yeah, I particularly when I'm traveling, I like to explore the cities that I am in. That really turns me on just to be in a new environment and learn, try different cultures. I love everything from being a Michigander, nature, being in the country, to walking, to fishing, to biking, to swimming or being on the beach. Like I said, I love comedy, so I'm always looking for entertainment is my thing.
Yeah.
Music, I love a good concert or a good comedy show, and then just like I said, laughter will make me feel good. Or dancing, love it. I'm always dancing. So going to museums, just whatever that city when I'm on the road,
Mhm.
I always find time. I want to know the best restaurant. And then my diet is basically because I also lost about 50 pounds over the last year. My diet is pretty standard. Just thank you. Woo, it's a journey.
It
But
is,
just
I know. You
protein and vegetables are basically my go-to. And if it's a city that has like a good dessert place or something, I might splurge. But I know the way my body is set up, if I look at sugar, when I get on the scale, I can expect like a good 4 or 5 pounds. So I try to
Yeah.
minimize, but I have fun.
No, 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 I totally get that. One of the things that I used to do when I was really focused, before I had my health crises, is that when I would travel, one of the things that I would do when I would go to hotels, I would ask in the reservation or when I got there for them to clear out the minibar. Just take everything out of there so it's not in the
Oh,
room, right? And then I would also, what I would do is I would go to a store and I would buy healthy snacks and food and I would fill that up. And so that was like
oh,
a
that's good.
strategy that I had. Yeah, no, it was very helpful. But the interesting thing is I was just in Vegas last weekend and had a chance to go see Beyonce for her last Cowboy
You
Carter
went to the
concert. Ah, yes. It was I felt like you. I felt like it was just a friend gave us some amazing seats and we had a chance to go. So we went. And so, but one of the things about that was very interesting, the hotel that we stayed in Vegas, they had a mini bar in there and a fridge. And they said that, and it now what they were doing was that if you open the fridge, then there is a charge. You can't even clear it out and you can't, so it's interesting. What are your strategies? I know some of the things you do is like, um, maybe staying in Airbnbs and stuff like that, but
Yeah,
really,
I was just gonna
it's
say
that's
that.
again, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for that. I just came from a conference in Dallas. I found an Airbnb because number one, I like space. I like to move around. Number two, without having to pay for a suite. Number two, I like to have the ability to cook. Or when I travel, if it's a shorter stay, I may cook before I go and take them in the plastic containers and I'll warm my food up. Because I'll tell you, for me, if I eat out, it's more of a chance that I'm gonna make a bad decision than if I bring my food or go shopping when I get to a city. So a lot of times I will stay in the Airbnb. And nobody from the conference knows that you're not, because nobody's coming to your room in
Yeah,
the hotel.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's never
yeah,
really a thing for people to say, "Oh, you're staying off premises." And a lot of times it's cheaper too. I have
yeah,
learned to become frugal over the last year since the pandemic. That kind of taught me a lesson. Like I've been spending
yeah,
a lot of money, so
yeah.
yeah, my
No,
pockets
I
like the
to
Airbnb too.
no, that's fantastic. No, that's great. And so and also with that, one of you talked about this going out. One of the things that I find, so if we talk about nutritional health, and that was for me one of the biggest thing, like really understanding my
It's a
body.
mindset.
Exactly, and understanding what you eat and how it impacts what and when you eat and how it impacts you. And so one of the things that has been a complete evolution for me is that I cook. I cook and I
Oh, we cooks.
experiment. Oh, yeah, yeah, I cook. And I did cook. I cooked before, but now it's like I cook with intention, right? Because one of the things that I found, because I use in order to help me with my weight loss, I did a couple things. One is that I wore what you see me wearing is a wearable. This is a Whoop that really tracks my sleep and my stress and all of that. But the other thing that I
Oh, that's good.
did was a CGM, so continuous glucose monitor. And one of the things that I found is that I was so shocked by the impact of what I was eating on my blood sugar. And really, like, it was just incredible.
Imagine if those were around like 20 years ago
Yeah.
to be able to know how food impacts throughout the day. Your
Yeah.
sugar levels. My mom has that, and it was a game changer for her. Numbers were like 11 and have gone down to 6, she told me last
Ah,
week. So
that's
that is a
amazing.
huge, because she's been able to monitor and understand that vegetables is her go thing. That's really beneficial for her.
Yeah, no, because because
I
one of the
love.
things, like, one of the things that I am very clear about is like behavioral modification. When you know better, you do better, right? And so really having this tool
You do
to
better.
really inform you about the impact is one of the things, like, you know, I try to cook as much as possible, and I know a lot of people don't have, feel very busy and don't cook. But whenever I do go out and I eat and I try to make the right decisions, one of the things that I find, which is so disconcerting, is that there's so much sugar in food, like just in rice, and like there's all this stuff. If you don't make it, you don't know what's in it. And so you can go with intention and you can go there really trying to
I'm
eat
reading
in a healthy
labels.
way.
Yeah,
No, no,
I'm labels. I love that they added, that sugar content and the nutritional things in the restaurants. It really t- tells you what you should and should not eat. I make conscious decisions based on those calorie counts and things that they added to menus.
yeah, no, I mean, I think it's so important to really have a great understanding about what you're eating. Because if you don't, I mean, once again, you can have all this positive intention, but if you don't know what's in it and your body to understand how one of the things I like to say about a CGM that I think is so important is that, especially that happened for me, is that would you drive a car without a gas gauge? You know, would you like because you wouldn't know like would you go back to a gas station, right? Would you go back to a gas station where you only got 2 miles out of a gallon versus one where you got 15, right? And so these devices help you really understand how your body reacts. And it's so important. But I want to dial it back and I want to
Game
talk a
changer.
little bit. Yeah, it is. But I want to talk a little bit about reinvention, branding, and what's next. And really, for that, I want to talk about you helping people brand. And one of the things that's near and dear to me that we're working together on is something I'm so excited about is my cookbook. So, so really, I mean, we're working together on. You're helping me publish it and get that ready to go, and we will have. I will be able to for people to start pre-ordering the cookbook and getting that ready. I'll talk a little bit about that, but I want you to talk about what you're doing with the branding and helping people become authors and books and what that looks like.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is like you said, when I started my business, I had the goal of making sure I had the visibility and the right target audience. I wanted to brand myself in a specific way and have those high value clients and do the procedures that I love. And so, what I am doing now, I spent 29 years building a celebrity brand and I've been featured on television and I'm on my 11th book now. And people would
Mm,
ask me all the time, like, how did you do this? How did you get on TV and all of these things that you're doing and continue to do? So I put it all together and created a formula that I call the fame formula. And it's
mm,
really getting the clarity that you need, getting your social media together, publishing, publicity, and then preparing to sell. I always say that your brand is your exit strategy. And so if you are well positioned, when it's time to sell your business, like when I sold my business in 2017,
mhm, mhm.
you're going to add a couple more zeros to
Yes.
that deal because you're
Yeah.
going to have a built-in audience that's valuable. You're going to have an email list. You're going to have the authority and the credentials and crush your competition where you are the only choice. You're not just another option. You're the only choice. So I have this formula and I have 6 month training programs where I just take you from A to Z and give you all the assets. I write your book. I help you start your podcast. I get you media ready. Next week, I'm going to meet with all the big producers from the Good Morning America show, Tamron Hall, Mark
Mm,
and Kelly, um,
wow.
Kelly Clarkson, and all these things. So I want you guys to get those opportunities and reach those mega audiences and build your businesses where you are just happy at what you're doing. You're getting the right clients, and you are monetizing to an exit strategy. And so those are the things that I do. And if you just want to write a book or you just want to start your podcast or you just want to learn how to get on the media, I have individual courses for that. But my goal is to take everybody through the system. And when you come out, you are a rock star.
Wow, yes. No, I want to thank you because you've been so instrumental in helping me with my cookbook. And so I want to talk a little bit about that because one of the things that I never in a million years, so first of all, Patrice, I've been there. I've seen since, your first book, right? And I was just so impressed and astonished. And I have that signed copy on my bookshelf.
2009.
Yes, right? So I know, like, I never in a million years thought that I would write a book, right? That I would do a cookbook. Because I don't consider myself a chef or someone like I love food. I'm a foodie. I do. And I've had 4 or 5 recipes that I used to make, things that my mom taught me. And one of the things, like all the comfort foods, like one of the things that I've been doing that I've worked on, like fried chicken, right? Like I've been I my mom taught me to cook And I have to give a shout out to one of my friends, Sandy Brown. He taught me some moves that I've incorporated years ago when we were in college into my chicken. And I have another good friend of mine from business school, Andy. Like during the pandemic, because I'm such a good at it, and he loves chicken. We did a Zoom with his son to show him how like I fry chicken. And Lisa, his wife, wasn't happy about that, but it was
You got
fun
my
and
mouth
fantastic.
watering up right now. I'm like, I need to taste this chicken.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's phenomenal. It really is. But yeah, no, I mean, I love to cook, but what I love even more is cooking foods that really help you show up with confidence and feel good and nurtures your body because food is health. Food is wealth, and it really helps you be the best you can. There are foods that make you that crash you, like that really drop your blood sugar, that do such a bad. So I set out making this cookbook and really trying to do a couple things. One is to really reimagine comfort food. So I love mac and cheese. I love meatloaf. I love fried chicken, as I said, right? All these things, but there are healthy ways to do that. And one of the things that I experiment and I've done with my husband, and one of the things that I did was I took um, like things like mac and cheese, my family's recipe, which is phenomenal, and I instead of using pasta, I use cauliflower. And so I make cauliflower mac and cheese, and it is delicious, you know. And I chop up the cauliflower into like al dente, like little small pieces, like the macaroni, and it has the same flavor profile. It's wonderful. Another thing that I do, I love grits, and I still make jalapeno cheddar cheese grits, but I use all natural grits that are not the germ, that has the fiber, that really focuses, that helps, doesn't crash your blood sugar. But I also make cauliflower grits. And so I'll take a cauliflower and I'll puree it down to small grit form and do the same thing. So it has
Mm.
the same flavor profile. So
Have you
that's
done
what
the
this
mashed
book.
potatoes yet
I
with
have.
cauliflower?
Yes, I have. I love doing that, right? With roasted garlic and cream. And I even, so there's all these tricks that I've come up in the cookbook that I've been doing. And I'm so excited to share that with people because I think it's so important for people to understand that there are healthier ways to get the comfort and get the food that we love and enjoy.
Without losing the taste. I'm lucky to be in New York City where we have, for years, we've had great vegan restaurants. And I embraced it early because I have a lot of friends that are vegan. And if you want to taste the freshest zucchini pasta and the
Yeah.
vegetables, when you
Yeah.
eat vegan, they have mastered this. The only thing I can't get with is like vegan bacon. Yeah, you cannot replace bacon. They
No.
try, but most
Yes.
of the other things is very flavorful. They have learned how to, like sun-dried tomatoes and things that are very, very flavorful. It's amazing what they have learned how to do. So that's a good start. I tell people to just try a vegan restaurant and see if you like it, and you will be really surprised.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I am such a carnivore. Like, I'm such a meat person. So, but I do, that's one of the things my husband pushes me to try vegan things, and so we do that. I think, one of the other things is like you are on the go, right? So one of the things that what I did with my cookbook is, and we talked about this, is that with the recipes, I've done some tags, right? And so one of them is time, like how much time did it take to make this recipe, right? So that you can filter and look at things like this takes an hour, this takes 30 minutes, this
I'm
takes
gonna cook
20,
this tonight. I got 30 minutes to cook. Boom.
Exactly, right? Because it's so
Hmm.
important because people think they don't have time. What you don't have time for is a bad diet and not really understanding what's in the food you're eating because that is just a
Amen.
health crisis waiting to happen. And so the other thing that we did with the book is like to put tags on it, like high protein, veggie powered, insulin resistance,
Ooh,
and
that's good.
GLP-1 friendly because everyone's on these GLP-1s. And so there's some GI complications with that. And so to have recipes that you know that will have a lot of protein and be very gentle on the stomach, these are things that we put in the cookbook that I'm so super excited to share
You're
with
gonna crush it.
everyone. Ah,
You
well,
are
I
gonna
know
crush it.
with your help, I'm so really excited about it. And that book is going to come out in September. But it's so important, for us to. And why is this important for busy people and professionals? Because once again, your food is your energy. It's your
You
fuel. It
are what you
makes
eat.
you. That's right, and it's so important. Like people think, oh, that crash that happens after lunch because you're eating things that are not really agreeing with your body or really fueling you, it's so important to understand that and to really rectify that by finding things that are really nutritious and very and flavorful and comforting.
Yes. So did you start off with so I have a metabolic nutritionist. Did your physician tell you like some of the things that were good for your body? Did you get professional guidance?
What's so interesting about that is that two things. One is that I remember years ago, my husband and I we were going to South Africa and we had to have blood work done. And this was a long time ago. And so I went to the doctor. We had blood work, and the doctor says you're going to have diabetes. And I
Ooh.
was like, well, I didn't know what A1C was. I didn't know why he would say that. And so I was like, well, tell me what to do. Like I will, I don't want it. He's like, there's basically nothing you can do. That's what. So I never went back to that doctor, right? Never went back. And so when I was going through my mental and health crisis, I don't remember a time before that I wasn't on a diet, right? I was always like trying trying
The
keto, the
latest
sweet
diet,
potato
yeah.
diet, right? Exactly,
We
whatever
all
it
did
was,
it.
right? Right? But it wasn't sustainable, and it really didn't did I would lose 20 pounds and then
And then gain
gain
and gain
gain
40.
40. Right? Exactly.
That's how it
So
works.
right? So one of the things that happened this time, because I wasn't working and I was like working with my healthcare providers, I wore the wearable and I wore a CGM and I treated it like evidence generation, like I would do for provide creating data. I tested things. I ate it. I ate it fried. I ate it baked. I ate it with breadcrumbs. I ate it like, raw. I ate it in the morning. I ate it at night. And I kind of triangulated and kind of got into it. And I know everyone's body changes and evolves, but I use that to really guide me. And then also really researching and trying to figure it out because I've gone to nutritionists before, but I had never heard of insulin resistance and about the impact of what you're eating and ultra processed foods and how it's everywhere. I didn't understand that. So it was really a trial
Yeah.
and error.
And I love the way you did that. I love the way you approached it. And so now you know, knowing
Yeah.
knowledge is power.
Yes, it is. And so, and that's what and that's the thing. Like, and I say to people, if I can do it, anyone can. And
Yeah.
it's about really putting your mind to it,
It is.
ensuring.
Let me tell you, all of my not all, some of my closest girlfriends have gone under the knife and got lipo and tummy tucks. And girl, you should do it. And I was like, no, because it's my mindset. I was a stress eater, staying up
Mhm.
late, snacking. So I'm like, if I don't change that, I'm gonna go under the knife, and then I'm gonna keep doing the same things that got me in the position. So I'm not gonna even play myself. I got to get to
Yeah.
the point where my mental is there, and I understand the health ramifications if I don't. and just little simple lifestyle changes. I hate drinking water. So now I got to put
Yeah.
ginger and water and mint and make it flavorful and get those 8 ounces or whatever it is you're supposed to have, the big old jug you're supposed to have. Um, I'm walking or working out or doing something active. I notice when I do those two little things, get some
Mhm.
kind of exercise in. That's why y'all see me dancing in the clubs or around the house or whatever you see me. It's exercising. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
did during the pandemic. I was in club quarantine. I was dancing, but I was like
Club
tracking
quarantine.
those steps. So, however you got to get it in, find that thing that will keep you active, stay hydrated, watch what you eat, and I think that's the formula.
No, it's so true. And one of the things that, I used to think was that as long as I had like, first of all, I thought like if I'm supposed to have 2,200 calories, then only 1,200 calories is better, right? Like really starving myself. That's not sustainable. And that doesn't work, right?
Nope.
And the other thing that I was doing is like as long as I had, less than 2,100 calories, I was good. But I didn't understand that calories aren't equal, that ultra processed foods and like sugar is, even though it's less than, 2,100 calories, your body can't metabolize it. So you're not going to lose weight. And so I learned that through trial and error. It took all these years to figure it
Yeah.
out, but I did.
Now, not to say that you can't have a little fun, have
Oh,
Anthony's favorite fried chicken or have some cupcakes or your favorite dessert. I do that when I know I've done the work. I've had my water, I've worked out. I can have fun and it usually doesn't impact my body. So, it's like people asking me, "Oh, you're a dentist. Should I have sweets? Do I have to cut out?" No, eat your sweets, boo. All you got to do is brush and floss and rinse, do the formula, the workout, and you can have your fun. So it's just about
yeah.
doing the work.
No, I can't agree with you more. Like, it is, I think one of the things that gets us all into trouble is living with these absolutes, right? Like, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't do that. We're human. And
That
one
makes
of
you
the,
want it even more. Like, shoot,
right?
you told me I can't
Exactly.
have it, then I'm going to do it.
It's so true. And one of the things that I learned through this process for myself is giving myself grace,
Grace.
forgiveness,
Boy, that's the
right?
one.
It is because I will tell you, I was kinder to a stranger on the street than I was to myself. And so
Mm.
that is just something that was a huge epiphany and really showed me that I needed to forgive myself. I needed to
Amen.
not punish myself for yesterday and really not worry and feel guilty about tomorrow. Focus on the moment. This is what we have, right? We're only guaranteed this. And that mindset, it changed everything. And I'm
Yes.
telling you, it really helps you show up to be the best version of yourself possible. Because, you know, I look at pictures during the time when I was going through this mental and physical health crises. I don't even remember because I wasn't there. I wasn't present. And so I try to focus every day on being present for myself, for my loved ones, and to have
Mhm.
grace and to let go because you can't change the past and you can't control the future. But what you can
I
do is do the best you can right now.
I love it. I forgave myself for those ribs that I ate in Dallas this weekend. I gave myself grace
Yes,
and I
yes.
forgive myself. Yes.
Yes, yeah. So, Catrice, I wanted to talk a little bit about what you have coming up, what's going on, what you're working on. I know you are always on the go, and you have some special things that you have set up for people to participate in. And so, could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, going back to the dental health piece, I am heavily promoting my 7-day Healthy Smile Workout Challenge.
Hmm.
Those 5 things that I told you you have to do,
Yep.
I have a program where you can sign up, and every morning for 7 days, you will get a video where I train you, and some of my rock star friends will train you on how to brush properly, floss, rinse, clean your tongue. And then if you want a more beautiful smile, I am giving you the tools and the information of how to do that. For those of you who have back, been held back because of your smile,
Yeah.
and you've heard about these veneers
Yeah.
that everybody's doing, I
Yeah.
just
That's big.
partnered with this new company, y'all, that I got to tell y'all about. You know, these veneers usually cost like $2,000, $3,000 per tooth. But I just partnered with this company that gives you these porcelain veneers that are fabulous. And I'm doing them for a limited time only for $5,000 for the whole upper set. So yes,
Wow.
I want people to do this. And this is my mom. The first person that I'm going to do it on is my
Oh,
mom. She's
wow.
been
I
wanting a
love your mom.
smile. Oh, she's the greatest. But she has not been happy with her smile for years.
Hmm.
And these veneers, I don't have to drill your teeth and I don't have to give you needles. I literally just take a scan of your mouth. We choose a
Wow.
color and shape, and you come back and we put them in, and it's fabulous. And then the last thing is, I am just out there speaking. If there are some health groups, business groups, and you're looking for a speaker, I've been on tour since for about 6 months now.
Hmm.
So I'm looking to speak to more groups, educate on branding and marketing, writing books, all the things that we talked about today. But if there's some health groups that are looking to collaborate, I'm looking to do that too. So I'm out here in these streets helping people with their brands and their smiles and helping them exit with a smile.
Excellent. No, that's fantastic.
So
And
the challenge
yes, yeah, yeah.
is
Go ahead.
Yeah, VIP Smiles challenge. Wait, VIPsmiles.com/challenge. And that's how you can join for free. And what I really want is for your kids, your teenage kids that need to
Mhm.
learn these healthy habits
Yes.
early. They can watch these videos and start to learn what they're supposed to do. And so those dental bills will be lower and their overall health will be more successful at a younger age.
Excellent. That's fantastic. And so, one of the things that I talked about earlier is for myself, what I have going on is the cookbook, cooking
Yeah.
heavyweights while how I reclaimed my health, my life, and found my way in the kitchen. And so I'm really excited because, as I said, it's kind of organized by time it takes, tags, like, when it comes to protein and all these things to help people really focus in on meals and things that are quick and easy and sustainable. And so that's coming out in September. So we'll have pre-sale available soon. And
And
so,
what I
but
would do as your branding
uh-huh.
coach,
All right.
start cooking, maybe once a week, choose a recipe and do it with your audience, like people used to do in the pandemic. Show
Yeah.
them how easy it is to prep while you're live. I would love to see
That
that. I cook with you, get on
Uh,
Zoom.
you know, Catrice, that is so fantastic. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm so excited because I'm going to be with my friends and chosen family on Martha's Vineyard next week, and so I'm going to cook some of these amazing recipes and go live. I'm going to make lobster mac and cheese, lobster cauliflower mac and cheese, grits, my favorite collard greens with smoked turkey. So I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna
Let
have
me
my
see if I
my.
get a little train ride on the ferry ticket.
Come on, Dr. Austin. We would love to have you. So yeah, so we're gonna cook live, and I'm gonna share that and have people taste it and really share their feelings about the food and really about those things that really are comfort food reimagined.
Oh,
So
this is gonna be
so
good.
yeah, no, it's gonna be really, really exciting. So where can people find you, Dr. Austin?
All right, thank you so much. On social media, all platforms at Dr. Catrice Austin, as it appears on your screen. No dot after doctor. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. And if you're looking for branding help, you want to be the next expert in your field that dominates, you go to celebritybrandingusa.com. We can book a discovery call, kind of find out what you want out of your brand, your goals, and we could come up with a strategy. I'll do a proposal for you, kind of audit your brand, see where you are, and let you know how you can improve. And for dental services, if you want that smile makeover, you can go to VIPsmiles.com.
Excellent, excellent. Well, for me, where you can find me, I'm on YouTube, and my page on YouTube is you can find it under Health is Wealth, but at Anthony the Heavyweight. I am also Anthony Scott the Heavyweight on Instagram, as well as my website, anthonyscott.com, and that's Anthony SCOT.com. That's Scott with one T because my
Let's
parents told
see.
me it's Scott, not Scott. So it's Anthony Scott one T.com. That's where you can find my information. And then also the pre-order of books and all of that will be coming out soon.
Coming
And
soon.
yes, and I want to really just thank you, Patrice. I can't believe the time has just flown by.
I
It's so great talking
know.
to you. We have to do this again. I really want to, on the heavyweight. I really want to do a recurring segment with you about this because I really think it's so important for people to understand the importance of oral health and smile and showing up and really because we
Showing
live in
up.
a stressful we live in a stressful world, and one of the things that people have done, because I've seen it, we've sacrificed our health at the altar of success. And it
Yes.
doesn't mean to be successful doesn't mean that you have to do that you have to sacrifice your health because it's so important because that's all we have, right? And
Absolutely.
I understand this completely because of the loss of three of my dear closest friends that
Dear
were like
friends.
giants that really to have lost them too soon. Their children and the world lost giants, and so I don't want another person to do that. And I think it's so important for us to talk about this and to change. And when
Amen.
you know better, you do better, right?
And for more dental goodness, make sure you subscribe to the Let's Talk Smiles podcast on YouTube as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I want to thank you, Dr. Austin, my friend,
My
celebrity
pleasure.
dentist, yes, and branding coach. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. We'll do this again. Love you and
Love you
take care.
too.
All right. And I'll see you
I'll
soon
see
for
you in
my
Martha's
dental.
Vineyard. Bye bye.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. Talk to you later.